loss surgery peeps. Maggie checking in. This is kind of a few days after my 8-week surgery, and actually a couple of days before my 2-month surgery. Lots to report and not much to report at the same time. I had a lot of stuff going on for me mentally, kind of stemming from the lost weekend I had for my birthday. Got back on track, and then I was very confused by a thread that was started on Vertical Sleeve Talk that really had me questioning things, deciding how I want to proceed and stuff. I mean, I've been really on the plan of my doctor. I mean, first I should say that. He has definitely a clear idea in mind of what you should do after you get the sleeve. He feels that there's a 6 to 9 month honeymoon weight loss period, and he wants you to have 600 to 800 calories, 60 to 80 grams of protein, less than 40 carbs, or actually my nutritionist said 50, less than 40 carbs is how I'm interpreting it, and 64 plus ounces of water, exercise 3 or more times per week, and take your vitamins. That's been really clear to me. That's not uncommon. I've seen that in lots of different places. A lot of people are told that. And that's what I've been doing, and I feel like I've been very successful with it. But there was a thread there that someone posted, someone who I really respect and someone who also makes me laugh a lot. So I always read her posts. And she was talking about the fact that she felt that the low-carb thing can be really detrimental. I mean, that eventually it's not just hard emotionally, and it's deprivation, and it's the same old dieting that we've all had way too much of it in our lives that led us up to having weight loss surgery, but also that it can physically be detrimental in that you may end up having to eat very low amounts of carbs and food for the rest of your life in order to keep the weight loss off, and that there's like a phenomenon where you'll just balloon up if you have carbs at all. Certainly I don't want to be one of those people. Does anyone? But it really, her philosophy has been just to live life, you know, go on vacation, have this, if she feels like having crackers and cheese, have crackers and cheese. Don't count calories, don't count carbs, and just rely on the fact that your sleeve will monitor it by limiting the amount you eat. And of course that sounds really good, right? I mean, that's really what you want, what you've wanted all your life when you had a weight problem and you couldn't be one of those people that could just eat and live life. And the fact that, you know, I have no hunger, of course, is going to help with that too. So I wrestled with that in my head. But I really came back. I had one, on the 4th of July, I had like 10 Sun Chips and a quarter cup of ice cream. You know, I didn't go over I was up to like 740 calories that day, but I did have about 60 carbs, 60 or 70 carbs that day. And I didn't feel good. Honestly, the next day I felt kind of sluggish. I didn't feel that great while I was doing it. I don't know if that was from guilt or an actual physical reaction. You know, you can't always tell the difference. What I really did, and I had the support of someone who I really, really admire in the way that she's approached it. She's Tiffy Kins, who's on one of the moderators on Vertical Sleeve, and she basically reached her goal in 5 months, I think it is, and in spite of some dire physical things she dealt with, complications, that is, she was definitely company line all the way in with my plan, although she was fairly sedentary, which, you know, that was just, she didn't really start exercising until later when she started doing some toning. And she sent me a great supportive email basically reminding me, you know, kind of why what I was doing was a good idea. It's working for me. First of all, I mean, hello! I think that's the thing I needed to remind myself of. You know, I'm having great results in my opinion. I'm not feeling deprived. It's not like I'm craving carbs. I'm not craving anything. I'm not hungry. I'm enjoying my food. I love the food that I have. And it's funny, at the beginning when I'm looking at my quarter cup, I'm thinking, oh, this smells so good, and the first bite tastes so good, and I'm thinking, oh, I wish I could eat more than this. But of course, by the time I reached the end of that quarter cup. Thumbelina, which is my name for my sleeve now, Thumbelina tells me that's enough, and I couldn't eat more if I wanted to, and I don't want to because I'm stuffed. So that's working for me. I'm incorporating some fruits and vegetables too. And I mean, I'm not going to say, no, I can never have ice cream, or no, I can never have Sun Chips. That doesn't work for me, but this is working for me. And I decided that, it feels clean and it feels right for me to stick to those principles. And I know my doctor will be happier. And now that he is having me come speak at all his seminars, I don't think it's that good an idea if I start completely spiraling out into my own concept of what I think should be done. I like the fact that I'm following his rules, and I think there's a good reason for it. And if I get to maintenance and find that I have a problem with carbs, I'll deal with it when it comes. And the truth is, I may have a problem with carbs. I may just be one of those people that for whom carbs are a problem food. I did not feel cravings after my last weekend or after the 4th of July. It's not like I woke up the next day wanting more and more and more. So I think that's a good sign. And in fact, after the week of my birthday, when I only lost 0.2 pounds, I have gone on to lose 5 pounds this week. So I started this week at 237. I mean, it might have been 236.8, but I didn't really count that. And today I'm 232, so it's still working for me. I started my pre-op diet at 280 pounds. I was 262 when I had surgery on surgery day, and I'm now 232. So that's 30 pounds since surgery, 48 pounds total in the 10 weeks, and I'm happy with that. I'll take it. I mean, I've been a slow loser all my life. My sister Deanie, I know you're watching this, you know what a slow loser I've been. I would eat one yogurt and nothing else. On the day that Neil Armstrong walked on the moon, I remember that day well because I was lying on a couch at my sister's having eaten one yogurt that day, so weak I could hardly move, watching on TV, and I didn't lose weight that day. Well, guess what? Yogurt has lots of carbs. Maybe that was it. Maybe my whole life I didn't realize that carbs were such a problem for me. So anyway, I've averaged almost 5 pounds a week in the 10 weeks since I started my pre-op. I mean, I'm thrilled with that. I'm getting all kinds of recognition everywhere I go from the people at the Y at the pool and stuff for how well I'm doing. They all say I look fabulous. They think my skin looks wonderful, and I've got energy, don't I, honey?
Yeah.
We were walking 40 to 50 minutes a day, not a great workout, and I'm doing 5 water aerobics classes a week, and I just switched from the night classes. 3 days a week I'm going to be doing the level 3 classes because they're a much better cardio burn, and today we were just jumping around in the pool, and I came home ready to walk, and I've still got energy right now, and energy enough to do some cleaning up in the kitchen. And this is not how I've been in the months before I had my surgery. I've been very, very sedentary, very, very energyless, and hibernating basically. So I feel great. I mean, I just am loving life. I'm loving being in my body, and how can I ask for more? So I guess what it is if it isn't broken, it doesn't need fixing. So I'm very impressionable, though. If somebody says something like that, I start questioning everything and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm doing the wrong thing. But I'm back on track, really firmly on track, and it feels good for me right now. It feels really good. So that's basically life for Meggie right now. I think I'm going to come back and do another video on Friday, just the day before my surgery, because I have joined a new challenge, and this challenge is trying to get to Wonderland by the end of summer. Now, I know that's a pretty lofty challenge to take on, being as I am in the 230s, but I figure take on a real big challenge, and that's the way to approach it. And I'm considering the end of summer flat on September 21st, not Labor Day, but the actual end of summer when summer becomes fall. So I'll keep you all posted on how that's going, and I'm trying to do better comments on everybody's videos. I love watching them. I have about 10 that I saw important people have posted today, and I'm going to be watching them, and I'll be commenting on all of you. And I also want to say, Julie, I'm so happy that you had your plastic surgery, that it's in your rear view mirror now, and that it was wonderful, that you couldn't believe how much easier it was than having the sleeve, and that you're going to have your body just beautiful the way you want it. You looked fabulous in your video today, even though you think that your hips and thighs are super swollen. They don't look that way to me. So I will be back soon, and I love you all, and I welcome your comments. Bye-bye.